I just want to apologize to you, bro. We had to delay the episode. We had to push it back a couple weeks. I know you had the album rollout and like, yo, Lowerself. Like, bro, for real, bro. Like, I was in my Lowerself. And outside of being in my Lowerself, bro, like, yo, my partner, like, yo, kind of let me down a little bit, bro. Like,
big dog, what the fuck is this all about, man?
Yo, like, it's like,
yo, but why you
bro,
talking
but like,
this
yo,
shit off,
bro, we set the date. We
You're
set the
trying to be
date and you
fucking
pushed it.
professionals,
No, we
and
set the date. We
Why
set the
are
date,
you
bro.
fucking
I'm trying to apologize. I'm trying to
in front of a
apologize.
guy?
I'm trying to apologize.
No,
bro, you're not even letting me fucking apologize.
That's not how it
You're
works.
not letting me apologize.
Apologize for what?
Apologize for your fuck up.
No.
For your fuck up.
Are you in front of him?
Bro, I'm so sorry.
You're a
bro.
fucking idiot.
Bro.
What's wrong with you?
What's up, y'all?
Jeez.
Yo, Bigger Dreams, Season 2, Episode 11.
11.
Y'all already know.
Jeez.
Episode 11. We just had
Young
London
Kai.
here. Then we had Duke. And
Legends.
now we got Lowercase in here.
Yes, sir.
This is legendary.
Yes, sir.
This is a nice summer drop. Big summer episode.
Respect.
Big
fam.
summer things.
Big summer things.
Respect.
Summer in Toronto is different, bro.
Yes, sir.
I keep
Talk
saying
about
that, bro.
Dog, it's
Summer
one
in
of the
Toronto.
best, bro.
No, it's actually
It's
different.
honestly one of the best, bro.
Like,
It's hard to leave.
yeah.
From September to, I want to say maybe May, April, May,
Yeah.
I want to be out the city.
I hear you.
I don't want to be
get
here.
it.
Yeah.
Just weather-wise and everything.
Yeah.
For sure.
The minute it hits June,
Stupid.
Yeah.
it's
This is the
like
place to
something
be.
changes in the water.
Yeah.
It
Everything.
just goes
the aura,
buck wild,
everything.
bro.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah. Not
Like, we were doing Dundas West Fest.
yeah. Looks stupid too. Like
Bro.
that looked like it was jumping.
Saturday in the rain, bro. In the rain. That shit was insane. You couldn't move. You could not move.
Bare people.
Bro, you had white ladies, old white ladies, like grandmas.
I seen it.
You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it.
She had a bag of fucking
Yeah.
oranges just dancing.
She was going
dancing,
crazy.
bro. She's going,
going
buck
crazy.
wild. She almost hit the gritty.
Yeah. She almost
Bro,
did still. It was
I'm
almost-
sitting here like, what?
Yeah.
What? There's another one on Friday. She was just
We got to get that footage for the show.
Oh, bro,
One
I
of
can
my
get that
homegirls.
for sure.
One of my homegirls is DJing. I think she got the footage. Her name is Jekka.
I love Jekka. Shout out to
Jekka.
Jekka,
She
man.
DJ'd. She DJ'd one of my shows at the Drake Hotel. It was dope.
sick.
Yeah. Or the Garrison. I'm tripping. The Garrison.
Oh, Jekka's a real one.
Yeah,
she
she's
was
a
out
real
in the Philippines for a minute.
Yeah, she was in for a hot
She was
minute.
doing her thing over there,
Spinning.
bro.
Yeah, nah, she's
See, and
sick
she
with
came
it.
back for the summertime.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
She knows.
She knows. She
Summertime is where
Place
it
to
pops.
spin at.
Yeah.
Bro, it's different. Summer, like even when I wear cold tee Sundays, I don't know if you've ever been to cold tea Sunday.
No, I don't think on a Sunday.
Oh,
no.
Day
bro,
parties are
cold tea Sunday day parties.
Yeah.
are
I seen them.
are
I seen them.
Different vibe.
Yeah, I
like
seen
if Burner's having one,
Yeah. Another top
if
DJ.
Burma's having one,
Another top DJ.
bro,
Yeah.
you gotta show
All right.
because that vibe over there
Yeah.
is different.
I'm going to see you there, bro.
It's
Yeah,
different.
I'm gonna pull up.
I'ma see you
pull
there.
up. You sold
One of
me.
my
You sold me.
favorite events in the city.
Yeah, I see it on stories all the time, but I'm just
Oh
like,
man.
I'm like, that's a Sunday. I'm
You
gonna
gotta
chill
slide.
inside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull up though. I'm gonna pull
I
up.
feel you.
Nah, I'ma
Sundays
pull
are
up.
like, yo, I want to chill.
Yeah, I want to chill. I mean, we'll probably work on some music or some shit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to. You have to.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Bigger Dreams Podcast, the
Yes,
show.
sir.
Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
You heard it.
Before we get into our host, shout out our sponsors, Aria Cafe,
Yes, sir.
the
out
best
Aria.
cafe in Vaughan. It turns into the best lounge at night, Next Level Shisha.
What else?
Shout out to Next Level Shisha. You could get the dopest drinks, the best shisha. They got some nice German shishas. If you know anything about German shishas,
Fire.
they're the best in the market.
Different.
You know what I mean?
Different.
You got a ting with you.
They also host events, birthday parties, gender release.
Yes, sir.
All of it. All of that. Just hit them up on Instagram. They'll do everything for you. One of the best places in the city for me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we here, bro. Introduce yourself.
You already know it's your boy Matt, a.k.a. Easy Money, a.k.a. Babyface Killer,
Jeez.
a.k.a. Mr. Bar Your Girl. Give her back in 3 to 5 business days.
Damn.
That's it. Curbside pickup.
Where does she belong?
Blue bin, green bin. She got the spot right beside
Between them or beside them?
her. Right beside him.
Jeez.
You already know. TT.
It's your boy TT in the cut. Young Jesus walking on water because I'm always fresh. Who's here with us?
Hey man, say man, it's
Yo.
Lowercase,
Yo.
Frig man, Scarborough's
Scarborough's finest.
yeah, Scarborough's own man, Lowercase, rapper, producer, creative, you know, around crowd zone.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? PTB, protect the brand, everything, man. I mean, we're here.
Jeez,
You're
jeez,
outside. You're outside.
I'm here, man.
Yo, it's a pleasure to have you, bro.
Thank you, man.
It's
Thank
a
you
long
guys for
time
having
coming.
me.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you for having me. For real.
How this episode actually happened for our loyal listeners is I went to a Rise event, and I actually saw Lowercase outside.
We were just talking about Rise.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
And I looked at him. I was like, yo, do you recognize me? He's like, bro, of course I recognize you. But he looked at me like he didn't know me. And I was
I
like,
look
bro.
at every. That's what I was gonna go to say to you as well. I'm like, dog.
We were just talking about that.
We were just talking about that. I look at everyone like I don't know them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if I don't know you, like if I don't know you,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
never to, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just traumas, but just like
That's
I've never
cool.
want
That's
to.
fair.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
fair.
want to just go up and just dap with people that I've
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
seen before. But if I know I don't know you, then I don't know you until I know you.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
If I see you on road,
Yeah.
I'm a holler at you
All
this
right,
time.
say like, no, likewise. Like I have to have that one-on-one. Like,
Yes, sir.
Even if it's a small talk,
It's
after
true.
small talk,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
be
you're
like,
comfortable.
I can dap you. I
Yeah,
can,
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
But
what's up.
if I don't have that, then it's like I'm not really gonna jump out of my way to come shake someone's hand. You
And
know?
that's fair, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause
And actually, even before that, we bumped into each other on the subway, and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, you were on Duke's show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like, actually, I was on Duke's show too,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how we actually
Yeah.
connected.
yeah, you have an episode with Duke.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out Duke, man. That's my
Yeah,
guy.
shout out to
Duke.
Mac.
Shout out
There
the
you
whole
go.
gang over there,
Yeah,
man.
Shout out
Another
London
Scarborough
Rich.
legend.
Yes.
Yeah, another
Yes.
Scarborough
Yeah,
legend.
yeah.
Shout out
Definitely,
London too. Shout out
Yo,
London too.
Set, that's my brother, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Shout out Set one
For real,
time.
man.
For sure.
But yeah, and when we connected at Rise, you told me, hey, yo, bro, I'm dropping a collab album with my boy. I'd love to come on your platform and speak to you and, share the album, Lowerself.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. Me and Tarani heard the demo.
Respect.
Wow.
That was a fucking tape, bro.
Yeah.
Respect.
For
brother.
me personally, no
Yeah.
skips.
Respect, bro.
No skips.
I appreciate that.
Like, for real,
Yeah.
it was a good project.
Yeah.
Man. I was really enjoying it. I love the different melodies.
Yeah.
We were talking off camera a little bit. I find personally that collab albums seem more difficult than individual projects. I find there's I find like it's harder to make a classic collab album. Maybe because you share the platform, or maybe the different worlds colliding.
Yeah.
But I think there's not as many good collab albums, and for me that was a good collab album.
Thank you.
What you think about that point as an artist?
I think that I think when it comes to like the bigger artists making collab albums, I feel like sometimes they're not even. I feel like it's more like, I don't know. Sometimes people choose to make collab albums for the artistry or for for
Business.
promo or marketing or for business. You know what I mean? And I feel like when we as the listeners can feel like they didn't put their best foot forward in
Right.
whatever the project is, when you know what I mean, when it isn't for the art and they're not putting their best foot forward in the artistry. And I feel like a lot of times, like a lot of artists are kind of like, I'm a big artist, you're a big artist. Let's do this album together. We've done a few tracks, people love it. You know what I mean? And I think that they're not wrong in that, but then it's just that you got to make sure that you're also putting in your best foot forward into making sure the whole album is on the same level as all those other singles that people love. You know what I mean? I think people are kind of just like, we have great singles, like we have hits. Like if we just kick out 10 tracks, it's gonna be smashes, and it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes they don't think too much about the artistry and the creation of whatever they're trying to portray or give out to the people, and then we as a listener are like, what the fuck is this?
Do you feel like for artists who are not on that level of like success yet,
Yeah.
is it easier for them to make collab album because they don't have that,
I feel like
or they're not thinking about?
it's, I think to some degree, I want to believe that. I
Okay.
want to believe that because I feel like, if you're not at the highest level or close to the highest level, then you're trying to work and put your best foot forward and make the best music and art that you possibly can to get there. So if you collab with another artist that isn't there, naturally you're going to be like, yo, we have to make this album like immaculate.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we still have to prove to people that we should be here and you should be listening to us.
Right.
And that was my message with Self, like all the time. I was like, bro, like this album has to be great. Like there's no in between. I don't want people to feel like we just wasted a bunch of this time together on some records, but like we need to make sure that people understand like we put our best foot forward in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if you don't love the music because maybe the message isn't for you, or you don't love the music because I don't know, whatever, a rap style, whatever, you can't be like they didn't act like I don't feel like they didn't try. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I'm cool with you know, people loving the music or not loving the music, but also realizing like they put in a level of effort that you have to, you know, put in to take this music shit serious and get far in it.
You know, it's crazy that you said that because when I heard the album, I didn't know that it was a collab album at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, is there someone else on there?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, like he has another person with him. Shout out
Self.
Shout out
Self, my guy.
Shout out
man.
Self, bro.
Yeah, shout out Self, my guy, legend, man.
And I heard it, and I was like, yo, like, they complement each other.
Really well.
It's very well done of how you compliment. At first, I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound like Lowercase.
Yeah.
And then he came in, and I was like, oh, that was very good. From the first track, right away.
Yeah, from the first
right?
track, we go back and forth.
And I feel like you brought that. On this tape, you brought exactly what you were saying. Like, yo, I got to be here. I got to put my best fucking work out.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my foot fucking down. I'm going
Yeah.
to say, yo, this is the best work that we're doing together to achieve what we want to achieve. Like you said, I want to be serious about the music stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So I definitely agree with you. And that album, going back to Matt, what he said, I don't think there are skips on that album, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And I mean that. I mean that. And sometimes people call me a dickhead because I'm a hard critic on music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm hard. I'm just like, I'm honest sometimes.
Yeah.
Because that's just, I love music.
Yeah.
And I'm also in the scene of music. I'm
sure.
on the business side and the A&R side.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this just needs to
For
be
real, it's actually crazy.
push. It just needs a little backing behind it.
Yeah.
And not sitting here and saying, yo, you're going to be the next Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
But it's more of this album
Yeah.
is a stepstone to like, yo, this is what I'm at. This is a trajectory
my
that I got.
capabilities.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I can do this again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard it. It's like, yo, I can do this again. Through every track. It's like, oh, you thought the last one was sick?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, hold
I
on,
was just
watch
about
out.
to say that.
I got this coming.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I was just
and we
about to say
definitely
that.
we're definitely gonna get Self on here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have that
Shout out
conversation
Self.
with him.
Yeah,
shout out
for
Self.
I think we
sure.
should set it up soon.
Yeah.
Within the next couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, bro, please,
and have
please.
his
Yeah.
own,
Yeah.
just kind of conversation about that.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Bring
Where
them
we
up here.
focus more on what's going on here with you. But man, that was like, yo, there's a couple songs that I like paused and I looked at, man, I'm like, this shit crazy.
Yeah.
Respect,
This should
bro.
go hard.
Yeah, respect.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I haven't heard rap like this.
And I'm
Yeah.
quicker
From
to
the
say it
city
than
in a
him.
while.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said, he's a bit of a harsher critic.
Yeah.
And I just want to add to his point, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing I really liked it, like just as a fan and like a listener experience, I like that after the first song,
Yeah.
every song slowly got better and better and better,
Yeah.
and it was like hard to pick, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
and sometimes you listen to an album and like the best songs are in the beginning, and then you know what I mean, and it taints the experience of listening.
Facts.
So like,
You know what? I want to ask you a question based on what he said. How did you guys have that structure? Like, what was the thought process behind, yo, this is how we're going to lay out the album. This is song 1, this is song 2, and having different flows, having different beats, having different, like, one of the songs that I love, which one was that, Matt? Even wrote a question on that. Butterfly. Bro, I heard Butterfly.
It's a lot of people's favorite right now. I heard the demo. That's a lot of people's favorite.
I heard Butterfly and I'm like, yo, this came to up-tempo dance beat.
Yeah.
And he's still bodying it with the raps.
Yeah.
You know, like you're singing, rapping, or like you have melodies. I don't want to say singing, rap. It's more melodies.
Yeah.
And still, like, how did you guys do that? How did you guys tell us about that process?
Like, so just for Butterfly, I remember Butterfly originally was like just a straight rap track. So there was no bounce to it, no nothing.
Interesting.
And I made the beat first, because me and Self both produce all of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I made the beat, and then we were like, bro, this track's crazy. He did the chorus, like Self made the chorus, and He laid it, and I was like, okay, like we got the basis. We know what we want to talk about, and we're like, okay, this is sick. We did a recording of like the original beat and the original drums, and then we're just we were both like, it could be better. It could be better. And then I remember just pulling up to his crib one day, and then he's like, yo, I'm gonna show you something. I'm like, all right. So he didn't change nothing but the drums. So he's just playing it. He didn't even tell me actually. He's just playing it, and I'm like, Bob, man, I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, what song is this? He's like, yeah, I just changed the drums. And I'm like, yo, we got to make, this is the version. He's like, nah, this is the version. And then we went back to the studio. Our boy Nate, our engineer. Nate Smith, our engineer. Nate Smith, another legend from Rise.
Another legend from the city, bro. Yes, sir.
And so, yeah, like, we went back to the studio, laid it. And yeah, man, we just try to, obviously, like with the beat change, like we're like, we have to perform it differently, but with more energy, with more bounce. Yeah. And then, yeah, man, we finished that. And then my boy Dev, he goes by Blame Devontae on socials, but my boy Dev, he was with us in the studio. I was like, yo, I want you on this track. And he's like, word? I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't want you on this track. And came through, did his thing. And yeah, bro, like, we showed a lot of people, and a lot of people really enjoy that record.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people enjoy the record. And I think it's one of those records where I guess a lot of people don't expect to hear that from, whether it's me or even Self or something like that. So I'm glad that from the people that have heard that record, they're like, yo, we really like it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I just wanted to ask you because, you know, we listened to the album, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers who will watch the show, they're going to check out this tape, right? Yeah. Like you
better check out this thing.
Yeah, you should. You definitely should. Like
it's crazy.
Know, in spoken word, like how would you? Well, like what was your intention of the concept Lowerself?
I feel like, in general, like just coming out of quarantine and coming out of just locked in your crib and being with yourself. You know what I mean? And being with your thoughts. I'm sure everyone was just being like, a lot of people are like struggling to obviously naturally like see people and stuff like that. So you're with yourself so much.
Right.
And I feel like for me, it was definitely a time of a lot of self-reflection. And I think the concept in general, Lowerself, is like the art of self-reflection within yourself and your lower experiences, your lower emotions that are like the low vibrations.
Is it purposely a play on your name?
Nah, it just worked that way.
Okay.
It is a play on our name, but it worked that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it is how everything worked. Where it was just like Lowerself, but yeah, lowercase, Lowerself. It just worked, and so, you know, it's one of those things where you can't really make that up. It just flew. It just came together really well.
It's genuine.
Yeah.
It just came in.
It's
natural.
not scripted.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so. The whole concept is really just embracing those lower emotions, those emotions that you kind of hide or as men that we don't acknowledge, you know what I mean, or we don't want to embrace because you might feel weak, you might feel, you know what I mean, all these vulnerable.
It's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, you know what I mean. So just embracing those uncomfortable feelings and moments in your life, because ultimately once you go through that and you process that, like the highs are so much more higher. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the bottom isn't as bottomless anymore.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? So that was good, bro.
That's
a bar.
That was a bar.
That is a bar.
Yeah, that was a bar.
That's tough.
I might have that as a caption still. That's
hard. Yeah, bro.
Wow.
And so when it comes to like even the track list, like when you're asking me about it, Frig, honestly, I can't even say we made so much records. I don't like making a shit ton of records and then being like, we're going to use this, we're going to use that, we're going to use this. I think it's like, I'll make a beat. If I don't like it, I'm like, I don't want it. Like, I'll stop midway and be like, it's not going to be on the album.
Yeah.
I'll make a beat. I'll be like, I can hear this being the intro. And I'll be like, that's the intro. And it just flows like that. That's kind of ultimately how it flowed. Like, I was like, the intro, I had that sample for so long. And I wanted to make it like a song out of it for so long. And it was like, and the sample says, find yourself again. And I was like, man, I gave it to Self at first because I was like, that would be crazy for like an intro song on your album. And then they ended up working for our intro. And yeah, man, just us going back and forth on songs. And it just worked together, man, like Tetris. It all just came together.
That's sick. So, you know what? Again, a lot of people might have not known you beforehand.
Yeah, facts.
So you said you grew up in Scarborough. Like, tell us a bit more about your come up.
Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, I grew up in Scarborough. Frig, I'm trying to think where else.
Did you hoop at all?
Huh?
Did you hoop at all?
Yeah, I hooped a bit, but I wasn't a ball player.
Okay.
I wasn't a ball player. I feel like in general, like I just grew up around a lot of ball players, and I think it's one of those things where I feel like, cause a lot of people are like, yo, fam, you're a footer, bro. You gotta play ball. Da, 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 da. A lot of mans in my ear, like, nah,
yeah, footer is wild,
you're a footer,
bro.
fam. You're a footer. I'm like,
that's wild.
I'm like, bro,
that's crazy.
And so, you know, it's one of those things where you start playing, you know what I mean? And so I'm like going to MT, going to Pope, play ball with like some of the mans there, whatever. And then I just see that I don't enjoy it as much as them. Ooh. And I was like, bro, I don't love this sport as much as you guys.
Y'all are making me do this shit.
Yeah, like y'all are making me do this. Like, you know what I mean? I remember, you know, one of my dogs Cuff. One of my dogs Cuff, because he was a baller. My dog Cuff. Shout out my boy Cuff. Man, he was a baller, and he was just like, fam, you gotta go jump in this training, family. There's a little training situation. If you, fam, the team, the coach likes you. Forgot the coach's name was like Coach Mike or some shit like that. Coach Mike likes you on the team, fam. You're gonna go to USA. Da da da. I was like, all right, say less. I'll go. It was at Dave and Mary Thompson, fam. I went to Thompson. When I hooped, a bunch of mans that were, fam, they were playing like their life depended on it. And I was there like, yeah, I don't love this shit like you guys. I don't love this shit like you guys do.
No,
Joe.
It's funny because like when I hoop, I could tell like, yo, sometimes like, yo, like there's certain people who are super passionate about it, but other people they're just playing to hang out with their friends.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, everyone's like kind of. Everyone's there for different reasons.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean?
You
like,
can't expect everyone to have the same ambition.
Exactly. And I was like, yo, I want to play and be nice. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna play to be like, I want to learn to be good. Like, I want to be good at the damn sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? I never want to enter anything to be shit. So like, I was playing and I was decent. And then you start being around the people that are like, I'm playing to be the best. I'm trying to go league. I'm trying to go. Mans are going JUCO, coming back. You know what I mean? And then they're kind of trying to ball with you, trying to dunk on you. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I love this shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm about to go put up like 200 shots. You trying to pull up? No. No, bro. The fuck am I pulling up 200 shots at you, bro? Like, that's crazy. And then, you know what I mean? Like, so I remember just being in about to go to high school. And I went to this Mother Teresa basketball camp for a bit. And so I'm there. I was actually just doing it for volunteering, but like I'm there, and the Pope, their coach Gallagher, this guy was like, "Yo, man, you're growing, man. You're only gonna get bigger, man. You should come to Mother Teresa and be on our team, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna be on the team." I'm like, man, he's like, I got you, bro. Like, you're locked in, type shit. Like he's like, trying to like he's freaking coach at Duke, bro. I'm just like, bro, it's not that deep. In my head, I'm like, I don't even know why you're trying to promote this to me, bro. I don't love this shit like that, bro. And so I was like, fuck it, you know what? I'm playing ball with the mans, whatever. I'm like, this is cool. But then, yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not coming here. And then I ended up going to a freaking art school at Wexford for visual arts, and then friggin' playing basketball there and stuff like that. And the coach is like, it's like trying to coach me like I'm Shaq, bro. Like, he's just like, yo, you're gonna be one of the best, man. We gotta get you on the court every time. Like, bro, like there's other people on the team, bro. If mans want to run and play, like, yeah, man, sitting on the bench that, you know what I mean, that are dying to, like, they're like, yo, I want to be a baller. Yeah. And I'm there like, all right. And they're not getting no minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
that's actually me.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro,
that's
like
crazy.
I'm like, I'll be trying to tell coach, put this man in. He's dying to play, bro. Like, and then he's like, nah. You can be a star. You can be a star. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be no fucking star, bro. Like, and then they was playing me as a center. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to tell him, like, you know, I'm like 6 foot. Yeah. I'm only gonna be a PG if I go any league. Like any league, I'm a PG. Yeah. You have me posting mans up. Yeah. Like I can't dribble, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have me. Like why am I not allowed to freaking catch the ball at the 3-point line? Like you guys are out here having me post up like I'm Shaq. Like it's crazy.
Because 6 feet's considered like center size.
Exactly. Like, and down here. Yeah. Because like we don't have.
There's not a lot of big guys.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I go to America, I'm in Memphis with my family. They're just like, yo, bring the ball up. I'm like, I do not do like. Then I'm like, I'm in more uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't bring the ball up on a day-to-day basis when I play down here.
What's your relationship with the States? You got like,
yeah, it's family, bro. Like a lot of family out there. My father's American, so he's from Memphis. He passed away when I was a kid, and then honestly, yeah, man, condolences. Yeah, man, my condolences. Why am I sending it to me? Yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. But like, nah, you know what I mean? So a lot of my family's out there, like legit, like more than half of my family's out there, because my mom, my grandpa and my grandma, they split, and my grandma went during the Great Migration and shit, like 1960, whatever. My grandma went to Toronto, and my grandpa went to New York. So even on my mom's side, I got family in America.
So you're back and forth to New York a lot, right?
Yeah,
and you visit your grandpa?
Yeah. No, my grandpa just passed away a couple years ago as well. Yeah, man. Yeah,
you just do shows in New York?
I just do shows in New York. Funny I can say that now. Yeah, I do shows in New York.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's been new shows in the States in general. I did a show in Nashville, which was a great time. Got to see some of my family from Memphis. I got to pull up. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. I'm like growing up for most of my life until I was like 18. I was in Memphis like every summer.
Where did it click? Like, which part of your life did say on music? Because, like, clearly people are pressuring you to go into ball. You know, you're probably always the tallest kid in class.
Facts.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
it's like, where did that, like, yo, bro, I've been telling you guys I don't care.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Honestly, ironically enough, in Memphis.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in Memphis. I was with my cousins, two of my cousins, my twin cousins. And, I think in general, like, prior to that, I was always interested in making music, but I never went out of my way to make music.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, just writing a few tracks, whatever the case may be, and, like, listening to YouTube instrumentals and shit. And then I was in Memphis, and, you know, I told my cousin, I'm like, yo, I think I want to rap.
Was it summer?
Huh?
Was it summer?
Yeah, it was a summer. In Memphis,
There's something about like summertime and like
definitely.
you know, like
Definitely.
You always find your passion or some shit, you know?
Yeah. No, actually, I lied. It was Christmas. It was Christmas because I got paid. Not paid, but I got like gifts of money from my family out there, and I had like enough money to like buy a mic and all types of shit. So I remember it was Christmas, and I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna rap, bro. And my cousin was like, let's do it, cuz. Let's do it, man. I'm with it. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's go. So we go to Sweetwater. I think that music's place. Sweetwater's kind of like down here is Long and McQuaid.
Okay.
Yeah, so I pull up to Sweetwater. I buy like a whole little small like Pro Tools setup, and then I remember we recorded it on my uncle's MacBook, and from there I've been locked in, man. Been locked in.
How long ago was that?
That was probably when I was like 16, 17, and then I've been off and on, and then I kind of like locked in and was like, I'm gonna make it seriously. Probably like when I was like 19, 20, and put out my first album, Auditions. It's on SoundCloud and YouTube, and then from there I went to New York after I made the album, because like I guess you just watching a bunch of interviews, reading Complex, and all these stories of like, I made my album, I went to New York and I changed my life. So I was like, I'm about to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah, I'm pull up. So I made the album. I went to New York, and I didn't change my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It humbled me though. Like it was one of those things where I got to meet a lot of people and get to talk with people, but it was one of those things where people were just like,
process.
Yeah, it's a process, kid. Like you're not ready. Like,
Yeah.
Do a lot more work. And I came back. I made my next album, Lowercase, and I think from there, really, that's when everything kind of really took off for real.
Yeah, I've been like following your journey for the last like year and a bit, and it just feels like, yo, like one thing that I admire, and I make a point to like bring these types of people on the podcast, just people who like grind really hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to put yourself out there on social media. It's hard to do art. Yeah. It's hard to everyone has financial pressures. Everyone. People around you might tell you like, yo, it's just a dream, kid. You know what I mean? Like, take life seriously and shit. And like, the people who like put themselves out there, they risk themselves. They put their art and their lives on the line for the art. Like, yo, that's why I wanted to put you on, because I see you like, yo, you're not. This isn't a facade for you, bro. This is your real life.
Yeah, bro. Definitely, man. I really care about this craft, man, and I feel like, I feel like at some point. I had to ask myself, how much do I care about it? Do I care about it enough to really take it seriously and really try to go far? Or do I care about it enough to just make music once in a while and like just be cute? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of artists are making.
You didn't want to
be
cute.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of artists are making music and it's just cute. You know what I mean?
Some Mickey Mouse shit.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. And I don't think they care about the craft enough, and I feel like it's hurting the art form, and I feel like we need more like listeners like yourself that are honest to tell, like, because sometimes like I know even being constructive at this point is hate. Like if you tell someone like I think you could do this better, it's hate now. Like you know, I don't
That's
like.
Real.
I feel like I don't like the world we live in to some degree at this point, where constructive criticism is now,
I'm a hater.
consumed as hate. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, I'm just trying to tell you how you could be better. It's like, nah, bro, like, you don't see the vision, dog, and you didn't. Nah, bro, you fucking suck. Like, if you suck, you suck, bro.
That's real.
Nah, keep it a beam.
That's
like,
real.
No,
That's
you're
real.
right,
you know what I
bro.
mean? And
You're
it's like,
right,
why aren't
100%.
we having more of these conversations? Like, we need to have more of these conversations. And even if it's like,
It's okay to suck.
yeah, it's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I was not nice at like, and granted, some people might still be like, yo, this nigga sucks, and I'm cool with that because at the end of the day, to me, I'm like, I don't think I'm at an elite level yet, but that's not. But at the end of the day, that's where I want to be.
There's growth.
You know what
man.
I mean? Exactly.
They
It's
just
your
don't see
journey,
it.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You're elevating. There's
Exactly.
levels to this
Yeah,
shit, bro.
you know what I mean?
You're
And-
climbing.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of people put their ego in front of
That's what I
the
was
craft.
about to say.
You know what I mean? And
It's
it's like
ego.
it's yeah, it's
Has to
ego.
be, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's just like
Because you can't, for you as a human to grow, you need that.
Exactly.
You can't. It's like any living thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, you need more water.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you need more sun.
Exactly.
Or I need to change the dirt. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you got to take that constructive criticism. You got to be like, okay, this is what it's about.
Facts.
I have to grow and learn from it. But it's the ego, bro. And we have that. It's not just Toronto. It's every major city.
Yeah,
But
it's
we
every
have
major
that
city.
here, too.
Every major city,
We have that where it's like, oh, what do you know?
yeah.
Oh,
you know?
what do you know? Well, my cousin did this with so-and-so.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's only two camps. That
Exactly.
Somebody's cousin did something with.
Exactly. It's fine.
Real
It's
shit.
crazy. It's weird. Like, I feel like a lot of people aren't students to this art form. You know what I mean? I feel like people like looking at, because people like doing the Kanye West, and it's just like, bro, Kanye West, like, I think Kanye West is an example of like, what's the word? It's called like, not irregular, but irrational confidence. He's an irrational confidence guy. And I think that's important to have as an artist. Like, I don't have irrational confidence. Like, I base my confidence based on my work. I don't just think I'm nice because I think I'm nice.
Yeah.
And like, you can have irrational confidence, but you also have to be a student. And Kanye was always a student of the art form. Like, he's
obsessed with
he's
music.
obsessed with music. These guys are not obsessed with music, but have irrational confidence and
Yeah.
just believe they're nice because they're nice. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like niggas is picking up the ball. Like, yeah, I knew I was nice since I picked up the hoop. As soon as I seen the hoop, no, bro, it doesn't work like that. You know?
We'll be right back with a short break. It was cool. It was a cool little thing there. We heard some good music.
No, it was cool, man. It was a lot of great music came out of it. Honestly, I feel like Drake cooked everybody. Like, cooked everybody outside of Kendrick, like, heavy. I think
Interesting.
I think everybody got cooked.
You seen that
Like, everybody else got
that
cooked.
50 Cent meme or that? He's like, yo, that light skin boy really cooking, y'all.
Yeah. No,
He's really on Curtis Jackson shit.
He really did his thing, but I think Kendrick was. I think because I feel like because there was a lot of people like, you know, aiming at Drake, and then, you know what I mean.
Momentum was
Kendrick,
with him.
Yeah, like, not even the momentum was with him. I think it's like, again, like, it's, you know, when he says the 1v20, it's kind of, I agree with him to some degree. It's like there's a lot of people that are going at him at the same time. Pause. And so, you know, you got the, you know what I mean. So, and then you got like this artist. Then you got this artist that is like solely like dedicated to you. You know what I mean? Like, solely like I'm aiming for you, and he's like, I'm trying to kill everybody I can. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it makes it a bit more tougher, and it's not like Kendrick Lamar's like a scrub. You know what I mean? So it's challenging. But one thing I'll say is, like, it's really funny. I was talking to my boy on this topic, and he was like, yo, you know how we see those like memes or like those pictures when it's like J. Cole's the soul, and then you know, Drake's the heart and Kendrick's the mind or some shit like that. And I was like, he's like, in this moment, like, it resonates with all three of their, like, how they reacted. Like, Kendrick was very meticulous, like, very, like, Drake's a meticulous artist, especially when it comes to, you know, battles. But like, Kendrick was just like a couple steps ahead. Yeah, I mean,
I also think it's because of what you said.
Yeah.
Where Drake wasn't being strategic
Yeah.
in that moment because he was emotional.
exactly, which goes to the hard part what I was talking about.
Because it's like, yo, he had one of his guys.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
say, yo, come on my album.
yeah.
This is some shit out of this motherfucker.
You know what I mean? So I feel like he was definitely probably hurt by that. You know what I mean? And then you got Drake Cole that was like, granted, people might not have liked the move in the moment. I think.
What was your
hindsight,
reaction to that?
2020, I think when I first seen that, man. Honestly, I can't say I wasn't surprised, but I think to me he was kind of in a rock and a hard place. Like, I feel like I think if he didn't drop the diss, and then obviously everything would be a tad bit more different. But I think he put himself in a weird position by putting out the diss and then doing that.
Yeah.
But I feel like he has a relationship with both of them that I feel like he probably knew things that was coming that we didn't at the time. And I think, like you said, like goes back to what I'm saying about him and being like the reference as a soul. Like he just didn't feel like that's like it didn't feel good in the soul. And also, it's just like I don't really feel like he was ever that type of artist. And I'm not saying it in terms of like he can't go to battle, but I just feel like he was put in a weird position.
It's not his brand.
Yeah, like that's not his brand
to like diss people.
Exactly.
Like
Very
That's not
off
his
brand for
you know
him.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it looked weird to me. Even when I heard the diss, I was like, you don't really want to do this. Like your heart's not in it. And he vocalized that my heart's not in doing this. So
even that one diss that people are like, oh, well, he dissed Lil Pump. The man was just schooling him, bro. He wasn't even dissing him. He's like, yo, let me put you on game.
Yeah, facts.
We can actually. They had an interview together.
yeah, right after that.
It wasn't like I'm here to disrespect you. I'm coming for that. It was like, yo, young men, I'm here to show you what's up.
Exactly.
Let's actually sit down and talk and see where your head is at.
Exactly.
I'm not here to like chop your head off.
Facts.
I'm actually here to like constructive criticism.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which actually, I like that you brought that up because like I feel like it brings like a deeper point that like, you know, when it comes to hate, I feel like the people that you hate is funny. You could find a lot of common ground with them more than you think in your head. You're so like caught up in like, you know what I mean?
So you know what's crazy?
I want to smoke them.
I was having this conversation with one of my boys, and I said, when you hate something or somebody, you become that thing.
It's true.
Subconsciously, you become that thing. And then it takes time for you to realize that.
Yeah.
You know, like I had a problem with my pops growing up.
Yeah.
At one point.
Me and you both.
Right?
Step
Shout out pops. Cause,
Step pops.
All three of us.
But the things that I hated in the moment, as I grew up, I started seeing them in myself.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is the shit that I hated, but now I'm here doing it. Subconsciously, I became the thing that I hated.
Yeah.
But why do I hold to this negative thing? And it goes back to you were talking about, these artists all think that, they're just confident in who they are, like Kanye. It's like, stop thinking that everything's against you.
Yeah.
Stop thinking that everything, because then you're going to become against yourself.
Facts.
You're going to do things that are not going to benefit you.
Facts.
Through your actions, through you maybe actually blocking some doors that can actually lead to bigger doors. You know what I mean? It's so weird, when people be like, oh, energy and this and that. It's like, bro, just feel. Feel.
Facts.
You don't even have to believe in that. Just feel.
Yeah.
When you allow yourself to feel, you'll see that this hate that you're holding on to is not necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. And this goes back to what we're saying. It's like a lot of people think constructive criticism is a hate. It's like, no, bro.
Yeah.
I'm giving you energy to show you like, you're not as good. You can grow. You can become better. Yeah. Just be a student of the game. And to piggyback on what you said before we went to break, how many times has Kanye got rejected?
Exactly.
How many times Kanye had to go back to the studio and work his ass off?
Exactly.
People saw that documentary like, oh, well, look, he was just... No,
Yeah.
they're not going to show you everything. That boy had to go back and work and do this and
They
do
make
that.
it look glamorous in the documentary.
I didn't
That's
even see
Kanye.
it yet. I didn't even see it yet.
Word.
That's crazy.
But that's just like movies in
Yeah,
general,
in general.
right?
Yeah, for
they
sure.
like to glamorize a struggle, but it's like, you don't really like you said, you don't see the struggle. And you know what? I wanted to speak to you about that, like to jump off that, like, what I noticed in my short time understanding the Toronto music industry is there's a lot of artists, and everyone needs support, right? And it's tough, right? How do you deal with the negativity, you know what I mean? Any type of like struggles that you face, and you have like a lot of peers, you want to support them, but you want to pour into yourself. Like, how do you manage like being an artist and some of the negativity that comes with it, like that you have to face?
I think when it comes to like dealing with negativity, I mean, when it comes to negativity from people, I don't know. I don't acknowledge it because it doesn't serve me. You know what I mean? So I don't really pay attention too much to negativity from people. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like you can get a feel from people if you feel, especially after some time, if people are here to help you, or people are here to, you know, you can figure out what someone's agenda is after some time. You know what I mean? If you don't figure out after some time before, like, you know, it hurts you, then you'll realize that after it hurts you, you know, and so there's that. But I mean, in terms of like pouring into myself and pouring into other artists as well, I think it's like, I think that I think it really depends on this, like, for me, I feel like it depends on, for me, like I'm only gonna pour into artists that I actually like. You know what I mean? If there's an artist that I like and I feel like I respect the artistry or I like what they're doing, I'm gonna pour into that. I'm gonna acknowledge that, and whether they do that or not, that's cool with me. Like, you know what I mean? For me, I feel like there's a lot of artists that like growing up when I was working on my craft and paying attention, like trying to get my shit together, I was looking at other artists doing their thing, and I was like, I like what this person's doing. I like what that person's doing. And I'll tell people all the time, like, just randomly, even if I've never talked to them ever, I'll just be like, yo, I really like what you're doing. Like, and I'm not saying it in hopes that we work together and something like that, but it's like I'm paying attention to these people, and you know what I mean?
You like what you like.
Yeah, I like what I like. You know what I mean? And so, you know, there's people I've hit up going out of my way to hit up people, and it's like again, it's an ego thing. You know, I'm not really a big ego person, so I don't feel like, why am I gonna wait for that person to hit me up? Like I'm me. And
yo, you actually did that to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like when you saw me at the Rise event, you were just like, bro, I'm really fucking with like what you're doing. Like you didn't want to come on for an episode. We weren't even at that part. You just like let me know, like, bro, like I fuck with what you're doing.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? And to me, it's just like, I think the problem is the ego. And I think because like the difference between us and other cities, because other cities have ego problems, but other cities don't have forefathers that have been able to really create an infrastructure. Other cities have forefathers that created infrastructure in the music scene and industry in their cities for it to be dynamic and strong, and you know what I mean, to go far. We don't have that for real.
We're
like,
still
you know,
new.
You're still new, you know what I mean? And so we don't have that infrastructure. So we have a bunch of people with egos and, you know, wanting to be, you know, the next up or whatever the case may be.
And I know this guy that knows him.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
We said earlier, there's
exactly.
two camps.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's just like, to some degree, you know, we'll look at the Atlanta and be like, yo, we need to be like that. And then just like, the thing about it though is, to some degree, there's not as much ego in it. You know what I mean? Like, everyone wants to eat. And I feel like sometimes I'm always just confused. Like artists that I've worked with, artists that like really like know me and shit, they know, like, if there's an opportunity that I can't take, or I feel like it's better for somebody else, I'm gonna be like, yo, take that. Like, yo, I'll tell people like, yo, there's a dope artist named Jivy Lewis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's super sick. And there's times where I'll get show offers. I'm like, nah, like, you should hit him up. Like, he's really another dope artist. Like, you need to pay attention to what he's doing. And
that's dope of you.
Yeah, bro. But the thing about it is like, to me, it's just like, if he eats, I'm gonna eat. I mean, and not necessarily like I'm gonna eat whatever, like, and
not like
financial,
not
profit off him, but his success. Like, granted, I think, again, which goes back to the ego thing. Like, if you meet these people and you realize they're good people, like, if you pour into good people, like, naturally they should be doing this. They would, and hopefully
they will. Yeah, you're hoping behind closed doors they're doing the same thing.
You know what I mean? And if they don't, then cool. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's,
doesn't
you
change
take it to
who
the
you are.
chin. It doesn't change who I am. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just like, you know, if there's an artist that I respect their artistry and I like what they're doing, then I'm gonna pour into that. I feel like to some degree with Toronto music though too, you got a lot of politics. You got a lot of artists that are, you know, pushing street shit and this, that, and the third. And you know what I mean? Like, if I was making music in that realm, then I'd be in it as well. But that's not my MO. That's not what I'm not trying to.
It's not your lane.
Exactly. It's not my lane. You know what I mean? So.
Do you feel like I don't want to touch too deep on that topic again, but do you feel like because we are portrayed as soft and not, you know, we don't have the street stuff, is why a lot of artists are going towards the street stuff?
It is.
Because there's, at one point, the wave was crazy of like just street artists. Yeah. You know?
No, for sure. And honestly, but the thing about it to me is just like, I think when you're from that, you're from that. You know what I mean? When you're from that and you make the music, it resonates and it doesn't. It shows. Yeah, it shows. Yeah. You don't need to sell us on it. There's a lot of people, I feel like, as like to some degree, they're selling us on, look, I'm really from that. I'm really street. And it's like, bro, like, no one cares. Like, if you're from it, then just be from it and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I remember.
That's actually deep.
You know what I mean? Like just I remember growing up. Again, like Face Films was like growing up in Scarborough. Like Face Films is humongous. Like Face Films did videos all around Toronto, all over Toronto. If you guys go on YouTube and just type in Face Films, and he has so much music videos with so much street rappers in Toronto, stuff like that, like going back from years, decades. You know what I mean? And it was like like a good way to kind of just see all these different blocks and all these different hoods and like in the city and stuff like that, and the artists that are from there, and he's like really highlighting a lot of them. You know what I mean? It was dope to see. But I feel like we don't have that now, but it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of people, so what you're saying, it's just like, I guess because we don't have that image strongly put on, you know, when it comes to the outlook of Toronto or outlook of Canada outside of Canada, people are kind of like, you know, they want to push that, because if you become the next biggest artist that are like, because there's no artist that is that big globally that's from here that looks like that represents that, and like that space is
But how many how many artists in America that have reached global success? Global success, right?
Yeah.
When we say global, we're talking like worldwide. We're talking about like South Asia's playing them.
Okay,
Brazil's playing them.
Okay, but I feel like, more what I'm saying, like even to like a Kodak or to a Young Thug, to a
And even them, like I look at Thug and I love Thug. I love Kodak.
But I'm not saying global. Let me change my words. And when I say global, I more so mean, let me more so just say more. I guess American, just like
North America.
just North America.
Right?
Being
like
able
Thug, I would say Thug maybe has reached Europe.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
of, you know, the projects that he's done and the people that he's worked with, even having Travis Barker and all that.
Yeah.
You know, but even then, it's like, can I put him with like the Jay-Z that has reached everywhere, or the Drakes, or the Weekends, or you know, like the big global artists.
And I think, but I also do feel like depending on your niche, there's a cap on it. You know, what I mean? To some degree.
And
like,
here, I feel like in Toronto, is that we still don't have our identity yet, right?
Okay.
And because of that, we have a cap.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't have
Like a ceiling.
Yo, this is what Toronto is.
Got you. Okay.
And it's not, and it's funny because our episode that we just put out today, we were talking to a friend of mine, and he kind of put it into perspective, which I was like, whoa,
Toronto
that's
and
very
Montreal.
true. He's originally from Montreal, and he's like, but Montreal's been doing this 80 years before Toronto, because it was one of
They
the
have
first
like a real
cities
history.
established in Canada, right before Toronto, like the club scene, everything, just a culture. Here, we're still trying to figure out what it is. It's still it's funny because I used to say 2016, the All-Star year, was our bar mitzvah, right?
I got you.
Where it's like you're a young man, you're 13 years old, you're just getting into things, you know. 1995 is when bottle service came to Toronto.
Yeah.
Because of a man named Vince Carter.
Facts.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still very new.
Yeah.
It's still very new. And those were like baby. The city wasn't even born. This was just like very brand new. So until like the early 2000s when now Toronto's here. By 2010s, Toronto's here.
Yeah.
It's making its little, you know, we had the Justin Bieber come out. Oh, okay, Canada. And then, like I said, the 2016 is like, now people are looking at us. Now America's looking at us like, yo, wait, Toronto's actually here, right? Now we're at the championship 2019, 3 years later. Okay, now we're young adults. We're still young.
Yeah.
We still need development. We're not at that 30 years, 40 years of doing the same thing to understand what our identity is, what our culture is fully. You know what I'm saying?
Build the culture.
So it's still a ceiling.
Yeah. I think my only pushback, because I agree with most of what you're saying, but I think my first question is what is Canadian culture?
We don't have that.
And I think
what is American culture too? I
feel like, so where I was going with that is, I feel like many Canadians like myself and people that grew up, like was born here, we don't know what the history of Canada is. Many of us don't. You know what I mean? I think where I'm going to go is, I think our experiences is based off of our culture. That's why our response to everything is, what is your background? So my experience as a black person is a black Jamaican parents growing up in a Jamaican household, you know, experiencing not necessarily a traditional Jamaican household, because it's not in Jamaica, it's not back at Yard, but like, you know what I mean? It's a feeling of Yard in my house in Toronto, Canada, which is predominantly prior to all of us, like any of our parents migrating 100%. Over here, was completely white and European. Yeah. So it's just like, it's completely, to us, like, in a sense, it's like, it's a blank slate that once a great migration happened in like 1960s, 1970s, you had Jamaicans and Africans and all types of people, like, you know, coming down, because Canada was like, yo, you can come down here, get yourself a house, it's opportunity, we got jobs,
the land of opportunity.
Yeah, the land of opportunity, you know what I mean? And so people migrated here and stuff like that, and people was trying to make their own living and stuff like that. There's no history of in Canada that bases that has without us. Let's take us out of here. Canada really has no history in terms of like culturally, besides the history and culture that we've been able to create through all cultures alone. You know what I mean? Our soul cultures, like Caribana's here because Jamaicans and West Indian people and all that came down here and made a life down here and made actual, you know what I mean? Like made this place their home. So then we've been able to create a level of infrastructure as time passed with a Caribana, you know what I mean? And then you got, you know, whether it's, you know, certain Africans coming down and, you know, creating their experiences and their culture. So I feel like the culture is so many different cultures compared to America, where Americans are Americans. Like you can be black, anything, you can be African, you can be Jamaican, Asian, but you're American. Anywhere, like you're American before your background. You know what I mean? Which goes to what I'm saying. Like,
they have pride
exactly.
In that.
You know what I mean? There's a pride in that. You know what I mean? Where our pride is based off who we, like our background. You know what I mean? Like if you're Greek, you're like, my pride is Greek. I don't care that I was born in Canada. Like I'm Greek. You know,
you associate with Greek first, not Canadian.
Exactly, you associate with Greek first. Like people that are Jamaican or West Indian or Trinidadian, like they're fending for where they're from, not from here. Like to be honest, like this is really just a land. You know what I mean? Like with a blank slate. Where again, America is like, you come to America and you already know the history of America and what has happened prior to you getting here. So it's just like, you know what I mean? You're
American.
Yeah, like I'm American. Now, you know what I mean? It comes with a So I think the identity of America, I agree with you. Like Canada doesn't necessarily have an identity, but I do feel like our identity is based off of our backgrounds. Like I don't know anybody. Well, that's not true. There's definitely people of backgrounds that haven't gone back to where they're from or haven't been able to really have experiences with their family or, you know, their roots and stuff like that. But like many of us have, you know what I mean? I don't know many of us that haven't gone back home or really been able to communicate with whether it's our grandpas and really like get into our roots. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like when you're at your parents' house, it doesn't feel like a Canadian home. It feels like,
hell no.
It's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Where when you're in
100%.
America, every house, I'm not saying every house is the same, but it's just like a lot of things are very traditional based on the state in America, you know what I mean, or based on the areas. Like a lot of things in the South are very similar in the South and different to the East Coast, and they're different to the West Coast. You know what I mean? Where down here, it's just like, if you're West Indian, you probably have a lot of the same experiences if you're West Indian. If, you know what I mean, you're African, you probably have a lot of the same experiences if you're African. If you're, you know what I mean? It bases off of the background, where I feel like we haven't been able to, I agree with you to some degree. What I'm saying is that we haven't been able to cultivate what being from Canada is, but what being from Canada is for us is really our experiences based on our background and our upbringing with our families and the other people that are like us or not like us, and them being able to, you know, experience that, you know, whether it's experience Persian culture or experience Chinese culture or experience, you know, friggin' Filipino culture, or like all these different things. We've been able to really dive and get really deep into all these cultures to like a really like deeper level compared to like, I feel like, your background in America is kind of like your background, but you're American. Like American comes first based on before your background.
Like even we go back to African Americans, a lot of African Americans don't know where their background
No,
from. They're not telling you, yo, I'm Nigerian.
Yeah, no.
We're here. It's like, you can tell me, yo, I'm from Jamaica.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm from Kingston.
Exactly.
I'm from St. Mary.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, no,
I can
definitely.
tell you, yo, I'm Palestinian. I'm from Nazareth.
Exactly.
He can tell he's Egyptian. He grew up in Iskandariya or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
There's difference in that.
Yeah.
Where they're just, you're right. They're just more of like, yo, this is what our culture is.
Yeah.
What we built, what this country has been built on, this is our culture.
Yeah.
Here is very, very open.
It's very open, and like people kind of just being proud of like their background and their culture. You know what I mean? Because we all know areas like that are, you know, emphasize of our cultures. You know, whether it's like me being West Indian and being able to go to, you know, Island Spice or, you know, Nice is right.
Island Spice is
them
crazy.
places, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I love Island Spice.
Island Spice
or going
is
to like proper Egyptian places to eat, or like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying America doesn't have that, because they do, but I think that again, like it's
no, the multiculturalism is a bit more celebrated
exactly. You know what I mean? And so that's why, you know, like America has their, you know, their Labor Day weekend, or, you know, like events similar to Caravana, but Caravana is Caravana.
They'll never have a
They'll
Caravana.
never have that.
No.
Because the emphasis of that culture is just so much different.
Even in New York, like New York, and New York has like the biggest.
Exactly. And New York, America, again, in the Great Migration, like a lot of people either was coming to Toronto, Canada, or coming to New York, and like, you know, I mean, there's a lot of West Indian people in New York, no question. My grandpa's out there, you know, I mean, was out there, and so I mean, just growing up seeing all that, it's they emphasize it. They're Jamaican, but it is slightly
American.
Different.
Yeah.
It's slightly different.
Here, you can't talk to a Yachty and tell him, yo, where you from? Canadian? No, I'm from Yard, bro.
Exactly.
And they're making sure you know.
No, for sure.
Yo, I'm from Yard, eh?
For sure.
Don't tell him, I'm not African.
Exactly.
I'm not Trini.
Exactly.
I'm from Yard.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the city for just a quick sec. I'm just curious because, like, yo, you're pretty, like, knowledgeable about the Toronto scene for the most part. Like, who are artists that you have never collabed with that, like, you would like to collab with?
I would like to collab with.
Yo, I got a couple artists that I would love to see you collab with, but I'm going to let you
Really?
finish
I'd
first.
love to hear that. I love to hear that. To
Yo,
be
you
honest.
answer first, and then I want to see which artist you
Okay.
want to.
I
Off
want to
the
see
top,
if he has them on his
off
list.
the top. Honestly, I'm gonna go like bigger artists. I'll go small. Off the top, I'd love to work with The Weeknd. I'd love to do a record with him. Daniel Caesar, I'd love to do a record with him. This artist named River Tiber.
Okay.
He's another, like, he's similar in the vein of like R&B, pop, soul. If I go to rap, definitely Toby. But I know Toby. Like, definitely would like to do something with Toby. There's an artist named Prophet.mc or Prophet NC. I've been seeing on his work a lot. He's dope. Sheesh, let me think off the top. And there's another artist, but I feel like I work with a few of them. My boy Tamir.
Yo, I was just gonna suggest that because we
have
watched him together.
We have some drafts. We have some drafts together.
Yo, when we watched him,
That's
when we
one
watched him
guy.
at Rise, bro.
That's one guy.
Yeah.
When we watched him at Rise, bro.
He's a guy. Bro.
That's
He's a
one guy.
One of the
that
best
in my head, I'm
performers
like,
I've seen in
yo.
the city.
He's a guy, man.
After hearing that tape, I'm like, yeah, I can see you going bar for bar with it. With
We have
Tamir.
some drafts. We have some draft tracks.
Jeez,
yeah.
I'm excited to hear that.
Claremont?
Come out.
There you go. There's another one. Claremont the second.
Yeah,
for
yo,
sure.
that was one that was in my head.
I think you and Claremont need to get in the studio ASAP.
I feel it.
Like, if I gotta fucking do something, if you know him?
I actually just met him. I met him a few times. Around, and I did the exact same thing I told you. I just met him, but I know he didn't know who I was, and I was like, "Yo, I really like your music." And then I had met him a few times, and we follow each other now, but we haven't really had a real convo.
I might hit him up and be like, "Yo," I might initiate it.
Yeah.
And I just want that to happen. I want nothing out of it.
Yeah.
I want
That'd be sick,
nothing. I
man.
don't want credit. I want nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to initiate it because when I heard the first 2-3 songs on the album, I said, "Oh, this guy needs to get in the studio with Claremont."
Lowerself.
That's all I said.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, "Oh, he needs to be in the
Yeah,
studio."
that's another dope artist.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
super another artist that just cares about the artistry, man. Like,
Really
I remember
cares about the music.
Yeah, really cares about the music. I remember seeing just a few music videos. I was like, this guy's dope, and I think he did a performance at the Junos, And you know, he showed it was another dope performance, and he showed a lot of love to a mutual of ours, Malik Ellis, man, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
my guy. And yeah, man, he's dope.
Him and John too.
John Kabongo.
John, okay, yeah, I definitely know him. I see him. I see his work too. He's definitely solid.
Shout out John.
He's definitely solid.
Yeah,
shout out John.
Any R&B acts that you would collab with?
I said River. I'm trying to think off the top. Is it Kiara? Yeah, Kiara. Oh, no, my fault. That's not what she goes by. Looney. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of. Yeah, super solid.
She's cold,
went to public. I went to high school with her.
She's cold.
She's talented. Yeah, she's talented.
Mother Teresa?
Nah, she went to Wexford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's art school. Yeah.
Right.
R&B artists. Anybody come to your mind?
Yeah. Off the top of my head, Lisa.
Okay. Yeah.
Lisa?
She's solid too.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
Yeah. She just did a show at History or some shit like that. Or was it History? Not History. It was somewhere else. She just did a show.
If she's on your hook,
she did she had a listening party, I believe.
Yeah,
recently.
she's really talented too.
Yeah.
She knows a few of my friends.
Benita? You heard of Benita?
Yes.
That was on
I've
my
met
mind
Benita
too.
before. I've met
Yeah,
Benita
I think
before.
you and Benita would be dope.
Yeah, she has a really dope voice.
Yeah.
She has a really dope voice.
Yeah, like a hook or something.
Yeah, for sure. She has a really dope voice.
Layla Day, an artist I just discovered recently.
Yes, actually, yeah, she's dope. I heard her 1-2 tracks from her before in the past. Like, she's solid too. She's dope. Yeah, I'm honestly, man, I think I'm open to working with anybody if it makes sense. That's always my stance. Like, I'm like, if we can make something that makes sense, it feels right to me and it feels right to them, like, I'm down. But like, if I don't like your music, then I feel like
you can't
it's
you
kinda
can't put on
hard.
a front just to
like,
make
you
a
know what I mean?
connection.
Even if you're the biggest artist in the world, like, I don't like. I mean, I probably might front and do it for the look, but I mean, I don't.
Bag?
Yeah, maybe, but you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to make something and be like, and look back on it like I wish I never did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
That's what's up. We'll
Yo,
be right back.
We back. Season
get
2,
it.
episode 11.
yes.
Lowercase, lower self.
Yes, sir. Next time I see him on the street, we're definitely gonna dap each other.
For sure.
We're not just gonna give each other the head nod.
Yo, he hit me up. He hit me up, and he's like, "Bro, this guy's kind of weird." You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not weird.
Nah, it's
but
cool though. No, it's cool.
No,
Nah,
it wasn't
no.
like that. I was like,
No.
bro, this guy sees me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, he never approached me.
I was like, "That's just how he is, bro."
And I'm like, yo, he just walks by, and I'm like, yo, if he hits you about the podcast, like, it's cool if you say what up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it was right after I think I saw you or before or after, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, it's cool. Like,
Yeah, he did the same shit
can
to
say
me
what up,
right
bro.
after I told you that.
And then he went and told me the story, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know
Nah,
what I'm saying? I get it.
Bro, there's people that, like, my friends will hit me and be like, yo, like, one of my dogs seen that he seen you, and, like, you just didn't dap him. Like, or like, we'll be at parties and I'll dap like, people I know, I'll dap them, and I don't like, again, I don't know, bro. I just don't want to. If I don't
like
know
that
you,
too,
bro,
bro. I'm
if
like
I don't
kinda
know you, then I
introverted
don't
in
know
that
you, bro.
sense.
That's fair.
You know
I
what
think it's 'cause I'm a
And
stoner,
if you
though.
want to go out of your way to introduce yourself, that's cool. Because there's times where I want to go out of my way to introduce myself.
I feel
so
you.
in my head, I'm like, if you want to go to and you're out of your way to introduce yourself, I'm not gonna be like, yo, fuck out of my face. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'll be like, yo, what's
Yeah.
poppin'? Good to meet you. Da da da. But I'm not just gonna go off the strength and just be like, yo, what's poppin' with you, man? How you doing? Da 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 da. That's just crazy. Like, to me, this is crazy. I seen people dap mans and get robbed like right after that they didn't know. So in my head, that stays in my head like 24/7. Like, I know I've seen to it, bro. Like, I see mans dap them up, oh, my dog, and then they'll be like, yo, I fuck with you, and then at the end of the party, they're snatching the chain off your neck
That's crazy.
and taking your shoes. This is a
Damn.
true story too.
Damn.
Bro.
That's wild.
You know what I mean?
Taking your
And-
shoes too is like.
And it's just like, bro,
Damn, you gotta walk with socks home.
it's just like,
that's
you
the
know what I mean?
ultimate L.
That's
So to me, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Nah,
bro.
you good.
Seen that, I was like, I'm solid, bro.
It's
if I don't,
cool,
if
it's
I don't know
cool.
you, I don't know you. Like, I'm good, bro.
I wanted to talk. I know you know how much I love Butterfly. Do you see yourself doing more of that? Like, do you?
You know, I feel like
Because that vibe, bro. I'm telling you, I paused. I looked at him. I said, this pocket is crazy.
Yeah.
Like this pocket is crazy.
I think I'm not even gonna lie. I think Self is more. It's like he listens to so much. Well, no, I listen to too much music, but I feel like Self is just like I feel like really in tune of just a lot of the really dope pop rap like pockets.
He's very
drum
melodic
patterns. Yeah,
He's
very
like,
melodic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
I could tell that.
he can rap his ass off, but like when it gets to it, like he has some beat patterns and drum patterns and just like melodies that I'm just like, yeah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I think it's one of those things where, you know, I'm always open to the challenge. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be like, if I like it, then like I'm never gonna be like I can't try. You know what I mean? And if I don't love it, then I'll say I'll try it until I possibly either love it or I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think
That's actually cool. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah.
like, yo, I didn't feel like you were trying too hard at all. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like you were coming with your shit. You
Yeah,
were
yeah,
trying to like,
for
you
sure.
know,
For sure, yeah, man.
you weren't like trying to be him or like trying to like, you know.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I feel like, and I think one thing that's always important about like just the music I like just listening to, like, you know, even like going into like listening to, I don't know, like an album like Watch the Throne or something, you get Jay-Z and Kanye, but you didn't feel like you were listening to Jay-Z rap like Kanye or Kanye rap like Jay-Z. You felt like you're getting these two different people. And I wanted to make sure that when you listen to the album, you are getting two different people. Like the essence of how we rap, the essence of what we're talking about, the energy, it would be slightly different, but it's a perfect marriage, and like that's the goal. You know what I mean? In terms of like when you want to make a collab album, that should be your goal. You know what I mean? To
Speaking of that, did you have inspiration through
Like Voice of the Heroes.
Bro, stop bringing Dirk, bro.
Did you want to be
Nobody
Baby or Dirk?
cares about
Listen,
Dirk.
listen,
you want to
bro.
be Baby
No,
or
I'm gonna
Dirk is
I'm
That's
gonna-
that's
wild.
a freaky question. You want to be Baby or Dirk is a freaky question to ask.
That is wild. Hey, that's crazy.
That's a freaky one.
Wow.
That was a freaky
Wow.
one. I could not trace.
No, and nobody cares,
Yeah,
bro.
I could not
Dirk
trace.
is trash. Baby
man.
carried him. Like,
Nah.
nobody cares. Talk
No,
about real ones.
I felt like Baby was trying to put Dirk on, so you could be Baby.
Got you.
Hey,
Got you.
yo.
That was crazy.
That's
bro.
wild, fam.
That was a freak. That was
That's
you're-
wild.
You should be on Dirk's street team for real. Like, you need to reach out.
You gotta, yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
and really
you got
give
your
me-
bag for that one.
like for real.
That
dog,
is
'cause,
wild.
Yeah, that was freaky. But
I think he is on the street team still.
I would not be
mad.
surprised.
I'm
That
applying,
is
bro. I'm
mad.
sending applications, bro.
I respect it.
No, I'm talking like, Watch the Thrones, Distant Relatives, like,
Yeah.
classic ones.
think-
Even
Drake and Future's tape.
what's
What a time
that?
to be
What a
alive.
time.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
That's
I
a
mean?
recent one.
Yeah, I think I definitely ran through Watch the Throne a lot. In terms of just like production, in terms of certain things that they tried to do, and not necessarily the message. Because Watch the Throne is kind of just a braggadocious rap album.
Super braggadocious.
Yeah, super braggadocious.
Yeah,
they're flexing
Naturally.
on that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
naturally.
Yeah.
But then you got albums like going through a lot of Mobb Deep, going through a lot of Black Star. I love Slum Village, so I was bumping a lot of Slum Village.
During the process.
Just in general, I just bump a lot of. I was
Okay.
trying to bump a lot of music with just collaborative efforts where it's not one person on the song.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Listening to albums with a lot
Wu-Tang?
of Wu-Tang. I was going to say Wu-Tang's definitely another one of them. Fugees, I was bumping a lot, honestly. Just trying to get a feel of like, this the right way to, collaborate and create an album together with a group of people or with another person.
Right.
That feels seamless and feels like the synergy is there. You know what I mean? Because sometimes like you don't want to do an album and it sounds like this person featuring this person, another artist. You know what I mean? Like there's certain songs right here from certain. I'm not gonna say any names because I'm not trying to diss nobody, but it'd be maybe a collab, but it just really is like this person featuring that person on the song.
Yeah, like the last album that we got from the person.
Nah, bro, chill.
I don't even know where you guys are going, so I'm gonna act like I don't know, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, no, like I don't want it to be like that.
But
you're
right,
want a level
though.
of synergy.
Yo, it could go wrong.
For
like
sure.
like for example, like in my opinion, when I saw like the Jay-Z and R. Kelly album, like that went wrong.
Yeah.
That went wrong.
Yeah.
I've seen certain collab albums in the industry, and I'm just like, okay, this might be like a tough one, and this might be a little controversial, but like,
let me hear it.
I didn't really connect with like 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne when they came out together.
Okay.
Just to me,
I agree with you.
I didn't understand it.
I agree.
I didn't either.
I can't say I didn't understand it, but I
didn't connect with it.
I didn't
I
connect
understood
with
it,
it.
but
Yeah, I
yeah,
understood it, but
100%.
I didn't connect with it.
There's
Like,
no connection.
I didn't listen to it and felt a level of synergy. I just felt like it was 2 great rappers rapping together on tracks.
Yes.
I didn't even like the Rick Ross and Meek Mill one. Like I get
That's a good
y'all
recent
from
example.
The same
That's a good
label.
yeah.
You know, but it's just
I liked a few
it
records.
didn't make sense to me in the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think in the time that they put it out,
what was you trying to do?
It kind of felt probably might have came off random to a lot of people, but I fuck with a few records on there. But I do agree, the synergy again, it wasn't as the synergy of it wasn't as much as we would like.
You would like,
you know,
Which is like,
yeah.
Like, okay, let's talk about, you know, the Kanye Jay-Z's. Like, yo, those are like big bro, little bro.
Yeah.
They same under the rock. You know, they were so close. Everybody knew they're close.
Yeah.
He's produced records for him.
Facts.
You know, they've done verses together. Same with Future and Drake. They were close. They've done a lot of records together. Not a lot, but they've definitely give us a couple more records than at least before that time.
Yeah.
Right? And we're like, wait a second, this can actually be crazy. So when it came, you felt it. You're like, okay, these 2 guys are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at it, it's like, well, first of all, one is like past his prime in rapping. Just a businessman buying bowls and zoo and shit.
Yo, shout out Ricky, man. Shout out Ricky.
Shout out Officer Ricky for real. but
I'm not connected to that part. I'm not connected
but
to
do
that
you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
it's like what do we? It's like
Rick
and
Meaning
then
My Miranda Rice was a crazy bar by Drake.
that is
This guy said Rick Meaning My Miranda. I was like, that was
Yeah, that was crazy.
cold.
Yeah, that was cold.
That was cold.
Yeah, Rick's my guy. I fuck with. I don't get into it. I don't ever get. I fuck with Rick Ross, but he got cooked on that one too.
Listen, I'm not mad at Rick Ross. I think Ricky had his time, but it was just like,
Yeah, I get it.
you know, it's
But
like
yeah.
you're past your prime, bro. You're almost 50. I'm sorry.
I hear you.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're not that guy in the culture. Like, you can't be like a Jay-Z where, like, yo, I'm 50 and I'm still do my thing.
I hear you.
Right? And then you have the young guy that just kind of fell off. No disrespect to him, but he kind of fell off in a sense, you know?
Talking about Meek?
Yeah. His last album didn't do much. He's beefing with internet people.
Yeah.
Beefing with Academic saying, yo, I ruined your fucking career. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it
It's
is.
I
like
hear
you're-
you. I hear you.
You're
I'm a
he
huge,
just beefed with
I'm
50.
a huge Meek fan, bro. I'm sorry.
Me too.
5 a.m. in Philly. That was
Yo, he
Elite.
slid on that shit, bro.
But it's
elite
like-
work. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You're focused when
On
you
that
came
album,
to
I get
that
what you're
album.
saying.
Prior to that album, in the culture, in the scene,
Yeah.
we seen you focus on different things.
Yeah.
That when you came and made an album with your old homie,
Yeah.
it just didn't fit. That's all I'm saying. It just didn't fit. Where other ones was like, okay, again, I'll go to Damian Marley and Nas. Both conscious, both on that wave.
Yeah.
There was a message behind that album. You know what I'm saying?
And the synergy was there, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when we can look at Mobb Deep, it's like, yo, well, those guys,
Grew up
they
together.
grew up
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with
you could feel it in
Thing.
the music.
Same with Wu-Tang. It's like they hate. Ray and Ghost wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
And then they like, yo, nah, this music is bigger than us.
Yeah, facts.
That energy there is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't see that with them or Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. Even though Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, you know, Titty Boy and Weezy had their time in
Yeah, their
back in
moment
the
and
day.
shit, for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for Meek Mill though. He got out of his record deal, so I'm just excited.
I
for,
hope
like, the
so.
stuff
See, this
that-
is, and I wanted to touch on that. It's like when I said he fell off, it's like there's so many things happening.
Yeah.
I feel like
with
it's a new
you.
era for him.
Like I don't think he fell off as an art. I don't
No.
think he fell off as his ability to rap. But I
No.
know what you meant.
Fell
I
off in the
understand
sense
what you
like it's just you had so much going on,
Mm-hmm.
and then yet you're trying to force music out. Now I don't know what his contract is on the back end because you're right. There could be things happening on the backside, it's like, well, I need to release these albums to get out of my deal. Yeah, I get all of that, right? And I'm not hating on that. I'm just more like, I didn't feel it.
Gotcha.
Right? So let's see what I hope so. Yeah. Because I think, I mean, we have a friend of ours, you know, that he's huge Meek Mill. Yeah. And I still remember to this day, I'll always say it. I'm going to say it till the day I die. And it's the one thing I want my credit on, is that when they beefed, I said, yo, watch what's going to happen. Meek, because he still had his court case around that time. I said, they're going to try to put Meek in jail. He's going to come out, and he's going to become one of the biggest artists in the world. And they're going to make peace together, right? He ended up going to jail, I think, a couple months after. When he went to jail, I said, bro, watch. He's going to come out, and he's going to be one of the biggest artists in North America. It's going to happen. Yeah. He came out going bad. That whole album, like, oh, he's back.
Championships.
You know what I'm saying? Championship.
Classic album to me.
Right?
Classic album.
I'm saying, yo,
should have went triple.
And you got to remember, the album, the one that had Rico on.
Dreams Worth More Than Money.
That, to me, was like a dope industry album.
Yeah.
When I heard the album, I'm like, this is a well-done industry album.
Yeah.
This is what you need from Baby Jesus of MMG.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was. He was that next superstar.
Yeah, facts.
You know, and then that's what I mean. I don't want to go too much into it.
I get what you're saying.
Shout out Meek, though. I think he does a lot that people don't really
For sure.
Fucking with him since the cornrows, the dirty cornrows.
That's crazy.
I used to watch those videos like all the time, bro. Those battle videos.
He was hungry.
Him, Reed Dollars, all
just
those
like
guys.
yelling
motivating.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
You just like
I need it, bro. I need it.
Trenches. Yeah.
It's good. Trenches. I hear him the trenches. I'll be going to see the trenches. The trenches. You know what I mean, dog? You know, when he said the trenches, I used to die laughing. That shit used to kill me. I used to wait for him to say the trenches. I'm like,
yo, he does say
that's
this
hilarious.
Yo, and he says so this thing in the trenches. I'm like, why do you say it like that? But I feel it though. I feel it. It's real. It's real.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
It's
yo,
real.
I wanted to ask you. You know the name of the podcast, and you know like the type of people that come on here, and you know the brand that's being built.
Yeah.
Like you and I told you before like we started recording, like yo, you're here for a reason. Like well, we invited you for a reason. Like what are your bigger dreams?
Like I mean, if we're gonna stay on music, I definitely want to be one of the staples of when you look back on the boards and you look back at history, and we talk about not even just hip hop, but just music when it comes to Canadian artists and stuff like that. I want to be up there as one of, not necessarily of one of the greats, but one of the people that was able to pave a way, and also be able to create a movement and create a stride for not just myself but other artists from here. You know what I mean? And really represent Scarborough, you know, at the highest peak, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when I listen to Kendrick Lamar, it's like Compton. That's how I feel about Scarborough. You know what I mean? Like, the shit is embedded.
That's you and every other motherfucker in Scarborough, bro.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
The love that people have for Scarborough
the shit is embedded.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's amazing.
You know, so I feel like it's like I want to be able to, I want to put it on the map. Like I want people to respect, like, because that's how you build the culture. When you have these areas and you have people from, when you have the PND talking about like Break from Toronto, Saga City, it's just like that's how you create the idea of like culture in Canada. You know what I mean? And like,
what about outside music? Because you're saying if we're gonna keep your music, what's your bigger dreams?
And then outside of music, man, shit, there's a lot of different things I'm trying to get into, man. I want to be able to own a vineyard and sell some wine. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love wine, bro. I'm a huge wine drinker.
For real?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get in.
Red or white?
I think, to be honest, it depends on the season these days. I feel like I used to drink so much red wine and not entertain white wine, but now I feel like I drink a lot more white wine.
Hold on. So okay, this is what I need. Right? I need like I haven't really dove into the wine yet.
Got you.
I think I had one bad experience. I ate a bad steak and I drank wine and it was horrible, and it was just one of those where I'm like, I'm not touching wine.
Got you.
I'm gonna stay to my, my Henny or my Jameson.
We got to get you out of there.
I mean, I'm out of there now. I'm out of there.
Got you.
I go to the tequilas now.
Got you.
I'll sip the higher, the better whiskey. Whether it's the black, the double black is one of my favorite. Not higher, but the double black, or I'll do that Glenlivet, things like that.
Yeah.
I need a list of wines, bro, and I need a list of wines for beginners.
I got you.
Yeah,
I can give you,
especially if I'm taking out a shorty.
Yeah,
you know
I got you. I got a few.
I got a little light skin thing that I want to really like holla at and be like,
speaking about light skin things,
yo, shorty, let me let me show you what's up.
Yeah, shout out to the beautiful light skin woman in the world. Shout out to beautiful women in the world.
Shout out to all the beautiful women.
Shout out to beautiful.
Shout out
to
shout out to the baddies.
Yeah.
But yo, when you were talking about Persian people earlier, I was just thinking like the Persian baddies, bro. Shout out to y'all.
You love Persian baddies.
I love Persian baddies.
I feel you.
But yo, starting 5 light skin. All right.
That's crazy. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Skin, bro.
All right, I'm gonna come in hot. Lori Harvey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like no brainer. Jilly, honest.
Interesting. Okay.
You know her? She's super bad.
I don't know if I know her, but
I don't know
maybe if I see her face. But we all know.
You're freestyling. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is wild, bro.
Yeah, off the top of the dome.
Yo, this girl, she was on.
Okay, I've seen her before.
Yeah, you seen her before?
You see?
Before.
These aren't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
That's crazy.
Yeah, are you gonna shout out your girl?
I mean, no, we're not dropping names right now. That's
Jeez.
wild.
Jeez.
No. Like your industry girl. Your light skin.
Oh, my baby girl, my baby.
Yeah.
Young young Miley Cyrus. No,
Yeah.
Coyle Ray.
The young Miley, the light skin Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean Coyle Ray.
I never heard that one before. I fuck with that. The light skin Miley Cyrus is crazy.
For real, that's her.
I see the vision still. I see
Coyle Ray. Other light skins.
Lori Harvey's like.
Oh, bro, I love all light skins. Like, it's so tough.
I love all light skin.
I love all light skin girls. Like, you know how crazy that is.
For real.
That's crazy.
Like, light skin
Megan Good?
woman. She light skin. She caramel. She not really light skin,
she
bro.
like brown. I'm not gonna give.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna let
can't.
get
You
back
can't
to
do
the
that.
light
You
skin
can't do
stuff.
that.
I'm not gonna let you.
It's like I was gonna say Rihanna, but it's like she's caramel.
Like, yeah, she's like.
Yeah,
brown.
we can't do
That's
that.
pretty light skin.
Nah, bro.
Rihanna's light skin. I would accept
Nah,
that.
bro. No. She's not
We
light
can't
skin.
do that. We can't. Do
Nah, you gotta. She's not light skin.
I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
He's going. Yo, you go through through the gram right now.
Thumb's going crazy right now.
How about Lotto?
Yeah, she's
Lotto's outside,
yeah,
bro.
she's beautiful. But yo, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it on y'all, man. I'm gonna go dark skins personally. Cause honestly, like,
Okay.
granted, cause
Okay,
let's go.
let's
Light
go
skinned woman,
dark
no,
skin.
for me, the light skinned woman that like I can only think about light skinned women that I know, and like I don't want to name real women, and some women that I know of, or I know, especially in this city, that I know that they don't really know me well. I don't want to say someone's name and they're like, bro, why the fuck is this person?
Yeah, before we go dark skin, ain't nobody gonna say Aisha Curry?
Chill, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Salute to Aisha Curry, man. One of Canada's greatest. One of Canada's greatest, man. One of Canada's
That's
greatest.
crazy. Canada's greatest is wild.
Yeah.
One of Canada's
Wow.
greatest, bro. One of Canada's greatest. But
Dark skin.
Dark skin. For me, I'm trying to think off the top.
Nia Long.
I'm trying to think current right now.
I know,
But yeah,
I know.
but
That's
Nia
like
Long,
a. That's like a.
Nia Long.
always be
Yeah,
there.
always. It's in any
Nia Long will.
any
Yeah.
color, whatever
Always
space.
be.
She's up there.
Yeah.
Yo,
trying-
Aunt Vivian, fam.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
interesting one. Still.
Yo, dark skin Aunt Vivian. I don't care what anyone says. She was a baddie. I don't care what anyone says. That woman was beautiful. Good God.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
bro.
expect that one. Still.
Oh, bro.
I didn't expect that.
That
one.
was
still.
yo.
Aunt
I
Vivian,
was like,
eh?
Yeah.
damn. I should not. I'll talk about it. No, listen. Aunt Viv was a baddie, bro.
Okay, all right.
Ooh.
I'm thinking Kelly Rowland's up there for me.
Kelly Rowland for sure.
Such a beautiful
that
woman,
is
especially
so
like
gorgeous.
just seeing her recently. I'm just like, this woman is
She
beautiful.
is so gorgeous.
She's
More recent art, Thames. She just dropped an amazing album.
I'm about to say Thames is really out there too. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. But I'm not gonna stick on that because I don't want to meet people. I don't want to meet any of these people and then they see stuff like this and it looks crazy. Yeah, she's beautiful.
I'm trying to think who else.
Another dark skinned woman.
There's a lot of beautiful dark skin.
My time, bro.
I know this is your
And there's this one that I followed that I was trying to find, but I don't know her name like that. She like lives in London, but she is beautiful. And I also don't even want to say her IG because I don't want people to go follow her or see her account and see me
That's
like
your secret.
to see me like all her, not all her pictures, but yeah, it look crazy. It look crazy still because that's that.
There's an IG model, bro. What's her name? Yo, this IG model, I have to find her. She has one of the nicest bodies I've seen. Like, I'm not gonna go like too wild right now. Like, it's one of those like, yo, freaky gal, come here type of thing.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Where do you feel like, besides Toronto, outside of Toronto, like where have you guys feel like you've been and you've seen like some really beautiful women? Like there's beautiful women all around the world, but like where do you feel like you've been where you're just like, wow. You can be, and it could be whether it's like your home or, you know, whatever.
Yo, you know what's funny? That when you ask that question, I don't have a lot of traveling experience, but my experiences when I travel makes me appreciate the women back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
like where
I
here
respect that.
or
No,
back home?
like in Toronto, like because I don't have a lot of traveling experience, but when
Yeah.
I do, I just feel like I appreciate like
No, we're up there though.
the women
The
in
women
Toronto.
here are
No,
beautiful.
we
Like,
are there.
like yeah,
We
we're
are
like
there.
so many pretty girls
I
here.
think we're top 3 in the like top
Yeah.
three,
In the
top
world.
5 in the world. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, yeah.
Top 2, top 5
No,
in the
no,
world.
it's crazy
not
because
even
I had
conversation.
one of my big bros. Shout out Devon. He was my mentor, and he grew up in Detroit. And
Oh, shout out Detroit. Ooh, I can't even do that.
bro, Detroit has
I know.
Really?
Can't
eh?
even
It's
say
like that?
bro.
I can't even say nothing. That sounds crazy.
Bro, Detroit's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I call it the Motor City.
Even even down south, bro. I know you've seen some baddies down in
Oh
Memphis,
yes,
bro.
beautiful woman, beautiful woman.
Because I've been in Tennessee, I've been in Knoxville,
yes,
and Knoxville's mostly white, but
yeah.
yo, I seen some beautiful,
There's some beautiful women in the South. Shout out to the
woman.
women in the South, man.
Man,
Shout out to the women in the South,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
They're just so like, if you find some of the right ones that are so like hospitable, so loving, so caring.
yes,
They
That's
treat
what's
you.
up.
They,
Yes.
treat, they treat you really nice,
yes,
man.
bro. I want to find a wife in the South because I know I'm gonna get fed. I know she gonna take care of me, all the whole. And I'm a provide as a man and be what I gotta be.
Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, no. Detroit. I was saying my mentor. He goes, bro. I've been around. Like I went to New York. I went to New Orleans. I was in Atlanta. Atlanta's one place I want to go.
Yeah, that's
I
definitely
want to touch
trying to do a show out there soon.
because I think I might find my wife in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. One of them.
You're gonna fall in love with a thought.
Yeah. I was gonna say okay. I wasn't gonna say that. I
That's
was gonna say a
crazy.
freaky one. I was gonna say
I love freaky.
yeah,
didn't see
and
my
I
last
respect
episode, bro?
that. Nah, and you're
That last video, I was like, freaky gal, come here.
Man, hey, man, you said Aunt Viv is one of the ones for you, so I know you're a freaky boy, fam. A freaky boy. So don't worry, I get it. So I peep game. I traced you out. I traced it out.
Yo, that episode that she did the ballet fucking episode. Hey, yo, I was like, Aunt Viv, you're bad.
I respect that.
Bad.
I respect anyone that says something that it throws me off. They say a name, like, as soon as you say that and, like, you stand in it, I respect you.
Nah, bro, she's bad. And Tatiana Ali, of course.
Yeah.
Tatiana Ali is bad.
Shout out Hillary.
She's
Light
light
skin
skinned,
Hillary.
but,
Yeah.
when she got older, it was like kind of like, ooh, the white side took over.
Yeah. That's crazy. But shout out to all my light skinned women though. I love all women. I know we jumped out of the light skin.
Yeah.
But shout out to my light skinned women. Shout out to my
Yo, before we go into our next topic, I just have to make sure I shout out Maria the Scientist. That is one of the most beautiful light-skinned girls out here.
I want to say again, shout out to all the beautiful women.
Yeah, shout out to all the beautiful women.
Shout out to all the beautiful
especially
women.
the ones on TikTok. Y'all be doing your thing.
Damn. Yeah, shout out to all the beautiful in the world, man. I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate.
Dr. Umar is drilled in my head. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dr. Umar is drilled in my head. Like, I think I'm gonna struggle to ever like fall in love with a woman that's not black. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's drilled it in my brain. It's actually really traumatizing and fucked up. I'm trying to process it. Like that. I mean, dead seriously, you guys. Like, I think the concept of falling in love with somebody that isn't black has become really, really hard for me.
So if you found like a white baddie from Uxbridge, you couldn't do it?
I think I'll have a deep, deep battle with it. Like a deep battle. Like it's like he's probably like the love has to be that strong where it's like I don't even think about it.
But like half is cool.
But yeah, half is cool. Half is cool. And yeah, your mom's black too.
The mom got to be black, or the pops got to be black.
Does this sound crazy? Does this sound crazy if I say the mom has to be black?
I mean, you sound
no,
like
but you have to explain why.
sound like you're part of the Jewish culture.
Have you? What the fuck does that mean? Yo,
because you're only Jewish. You're only Jewish if your mom's Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember. Have you guys watched Rami before?
Who's that?
Yeah,
Rami,
Rami,
the
the
show?
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Okay, I learned that through that show.
Right,
Got you.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I guess
Shout out to the beautiful Jewish people that I actually connect to.
Yeah, shout out to Jewish people
Yeah.
that I connect to too.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Jewish people.
There's great people there too.
Yes, most definitely. Damn, I sound crazy. I feel like play it back. I look nuts saying like, yo, your mom got to be black. Like that sounds crazy.
That's
but
wild.
yeah, it is. I don't know, bro.
That's
I don't
okay,
know.
bro. It's your preference, bro. It's just like
Nah, it is.
if it was up to you. But
yeah, exactly.
Bro,
At the end of the day, like
it's not up to you when you meet her. But
exactly.
like, if it was,
I'll always love who I love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This isn't also to say that I can't fall in love with somebody that isn't black or anything like that. It's more so. I think, like I said, this Dr. Umar's in my brain, bro. Like, too much of his memes and skits, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's heartbreaking. You know what I mean? How he's in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did it. Like propaganda got me.
Yo, before we get into our last segment, yo, shout out Shot by Ben one time.
He said propaganda guy.
Yeah, he's rolling a spliff right now, but you know he's been working hard with us, episode in and episode out.
That's crazy.
I had to show him some love right there. My dog. So yo, this has been an amazing episode. Like
For real,
really,
bro,
like
for real.
You know, and it's funny because I told you about it, and I feel like you just played the part. You were ready. Like, yo, if we're having a funny discussion, you're all the way impersonating motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
You know, I want to tell people, yo, don't judge a book by its cover, because you might see Lowercase out in the street.
Yeah.
He
might look like he's antisocial,
my guy's
doesn't want to talk to you.
like, yo, after having this conversation,
Yeah.
like, listen, anytime you pull out to Libertine, bro, I got you.
Hey.
You coming in, I got you.
Hey.
And
Say less.
to the rest of y'all, that's not how it works. It's definitely not how it works. You got to pay cover. And if you want to do line bypass, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I respect that.
But like, don't judge a book by its cover, because the energy's there, bro. You know, even just meeting each other outside, it was like, okay, the ice is not broken yet. Let's just get to know each other.
For sure.
And then from there, it was just like, yo, same frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit we say is like,
Y'all
I say
connected.
this shit too.
Y'all connected. Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
I be talking to my friends like that. So, love, bro. I really appreciate you for coming.
Of course, bro.
This is a great episode, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, bro, legendary. I'm not, I'm honored. Like, thank you on behalf of me and Sereni. Like, thank you for letting us be part of your rollout. Like,
Of course, bro.
Yes.
we love the album, and like
Thank
we
you.
like to identify with it. We like to support it and use our platform to push your album. Like,
Appreciate
When's that? Tell them when the album's coming out, man.
Sheesh, man. I think we're gonna be trying to put out the first drop. We're gonna try to put the album in parts. We don't want to give the album completely to the listeners, 'cause I feel like we're in such a microwave era, so we want to give it in pieces and then give you guys a full album later. But we should be putting out the first release around July 19th to the 26th, so one of the last 3 weeks of that Friday in July. And then from as soon as we do that first drop, it just rolls every Friday is gonna be then the next part.
Is it gonna be singles or?
It's gonna be like 4
gonna
songs.
be some good
It's gonna be like
Fridays
4 songs
in the
of
summer.
each,
Got
of
you.
4 songs from the
Got
album.
you, got you.
Yeah. And then we're gonna put up.
Shout
the
out
full
to
album.
Self too, man.
Yeah,
We gotta
shout out
my
Self.
brother, Self. bro.
The
and
melodic.
We're definitely gonna get you
demon.
on.
Yes.
I mean, we'll probably get him on before this episode even comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you trusting us.
Of course.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
To come and share this on our platform, and sending.
You could have went to another platform. For real.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I know, even to what you're saying, like, about like just don't judge a book by the cover. I think for me, I'm always just like, I think I know who I am. Like, I'm comfortable in my skin. You know what I mean? And so for me,
humble too, like, very humble.
Yeah, very humble.
You know
That's why I fuck with you.
Appreciate it, bro. And I'm comfortable in my skin. I know who I am. So to me, I'm always just like, I'm not gonna. And it's not like I'm better than anybody. It's like I'm not gonna jump out of my way to share the energy that I feel like I try my best to work on and cherish.
Conserve it a little bit.
You know what I mean? Conserve it. You know what I mean? Because like if I'm just gonna be an open book to everybody, you never know where you're gonna get from anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so once I've been able to break that ice and really get comfortable with people, like this happens a lot where people are like,
and your experiences though. Your experiences shaped you to be that way.
You know what I mean? And so like, it always happens when people are like, I thought you were a piece of, like, I thought you were an asshole, bro. Like,
no, I didn't think you were an asshole.
I'm not saying you
but
said
I
that,
feel
but
you.
I've had
I
word,
feel
like,
you.
I have verbatim,
yeah.
like my dogs come to me like, yo, so and so thought you were a piece of shit until they actually got to meet you.
Yeah,
I had a couple people call me an asshole.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, but at the end of the day, it's just like,
say it, bro. What you gonna say?
You're a dickhead. You're an asshole.
Fuck you.
I think my friends will say the same thing. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know what? I'm trying to reserve and protect my peace, bro. Just like you should too, bro. Why are you mad? I ain't trying to talk to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand someone be like, yo, like, in your predicament, I understand where you'd be like, yo, you about to jump on the pod, like,
yeah, no, it's just more like, because you walked in the first time, okay, and then you acknowledged me by like giving me a head nod. I'm like, oh, and he just told me that you're gonna be on the pod, so I'm like,
yeah,
that's cool. I'm gonna talk to you on the pod anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I ain't stressing. Not mad.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk to you on the pod.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just joking.
No. I know, but I got it. No, and I don't even feel a way about it. No.
Yeah,
I never feel a way about it, bro.
No.
Never, because it is what it is.
Yeah, and like but before we say our last notes about like the album, like I really just wanted to know, like, part of this podcast is like, like we've been like pretty like vulnerable and like we talk a lot of different things, but like I want to know, like, me and Trey, we both want to know like how's your mental health, you know what I mean, and like what do you do to take care of it, and before you answer your question, like, it's totally okay if your mental health is not in a good place. You know what I mean, like,
no, my mental health is in a solid place right now, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is probably
That's
some
good.
of the happiest I've been in a long time.
Oh, okay.
Like, probably I'm hitting a point in my life where I'm just like, I'm like really excited for, like, I feel like before I used to be excited for the future because I'm like, I need to get out of this dark hole. So I'm looking at the tunnel like, this year I'm gonna get to that point. You know what I mean? It's just this constant every year, this work of getting closer to the end of that tunnel. Where I feel like right now I don't feel like I'm getting close to. I feel like I'm almost really there.
So let me ask you this: when you don't hit a certain point or a certain level or a certain place, did older you, or do you feel times in your life you're just like, I can't be happy until I'm at this
for sure.
this level?
That's how I used to be probably a couple of years ago. I used to not celebrate my birthday. Like, I used to be like, bro, honestly, my birthday.
When's your birthday?
My birthday's in the summer. This summer coming up. July
what?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
14th.
I'm 17.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. Yes, sir.
We're twins.
Yeah, bro. So honestly, I think for me, like,
birthday twins, gang shit.
But no, I think for me it's just like
witches.
Before that's crazy. Like my birthday used to be like probably my most stressful month.
Why?
because I'm like reflecting my life.
And you're not happy with where you're at or how you used your year. I'd be like that too.
Wow.
Every year I'm like that. Every year,
bro, like depressed, like the down bad.
Yeah.
Like I do the most stupidest shit like when I'm like during the summer. Like I'm not, and I didn't even say like what like crazy, nothing crazy, but I'm like the lowest I'm ever at in the summer. And I'm like, bro, why is this? I need to work on this, bro. And like last year, I was like, I need to work, because last year was a terrible summer for me. Like just like going through like just, it wasn't necessarily a split, but like I guess when you kind of finally split something with somebody, like with the woman and stuff, like you finally split something with the woman, that happened. And then even just like my grandma passing away around that same time, just like losses of like friends and family and stuff like that. It was just like, and also just me.
Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off because like, something I noticed in this episode, you've lost a lot of people when you were young, like your dad, your grandfather. How do you deal with loss? Because you dealt with it at such a young age. I feel like when I talk to you, I'm like, oh man, like this guy's had to navigate a lot of life on his own. He never had Like you might have had parent figures,
Yeah.
but it might not have been your immediate parents.
Yeah. It's a good question, bro. I don't think I really process loss like enough. You know what I mean? I think I try to use my work as my, not an excuse, but my work as the fuel. Like the energy that I feel from loss, I try my best to fuel it into my work.
Yeah.
And fuel it into my like, you know, music is therapy for me too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't make music rapping about fucking girls and da. Like, I'm really talking about my experiences.
Yeah, for real.
You know, and so even with this album, Lowerself, it's just like, this is just another vehicle where I can pour those emotions and those feelings into this album, and you know, hopefully people resonate with it. You know what I mean? Hopefully people can hear something that they feel like I felt like this before, or I'm going through this, and you know. But nah, I think when it comes to loss, it's interesting, man. I don't think I acknowledge it enough, because like I sometimes even deal with like questioning my vitality, you know what I mean, and my life and how long I'll be able to live.
Yo, big yourself up, bro. You come a long way, bro. For someone, like, I could tell, like, yo, even some of the conversations we've had outside, like, you know, you've had people who are like, yo, they're not like your parents, but like, yo, someone will be a big brother to you.
No, for sure.
Or someone will be like a uncle to you, or like, you know what I mean? Someone will play like, yo, and the fact that you're like, you're humble and you know what I mean? You like, you take everything like on the chin, and you just like, you kind of go like, I have a high admiration for that, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I feel like, you know, I'm like huge into philosophy, and I try my best to read and get into philosophy to like, you know, summarize like some experiences, and not allow myself to think that like the world is against me all the time and stuff like that. Sometimes some of these things are, whether you believe in fate or not, like sometimes it's just like these things they just happen. It could have happened to you, it could happen to anybody else. And the journey of it all, the beautiful part of it is, how do you deal with it? How do you cope with it? And how do you make the most out of your life? You know what I mean? Like, once, like, I've dealt with like not wanting to be here and trying to not want to be here and all that. And I feel like
that's real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think once I got to the point where I was like, I can't do it. It's like, if I can't do it, then I got to stop complaining about this life and like make the most of it. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm still here and I'm not gonna, because there's people that, you know, push themselves to the edge, and they, you know, they do, you know, transfer over and pass away, and you know, it's sad and stuff like that. But at the same time, sometimes it's something that they wanted to do, you know. And if you can't do it, or if you don't do it, then the next best thing is to live, bro, and live like the best that you possibly can. So like, that's where I'm at with it right now.
Yo, we're happy that you didn't take that decision, and we're happy that you're here.
For sure, bro.
We're happy you're on season 2, episode 11.
For sure.
We're happy that because you didn't make that decision, or you chose to live, like we could have a beautiful project like Lowerself. Like, man, that to me, I you know, I want to look back at summer 2024 and say, wow, Lowerself was a staple in Toronto music in that summer of 2024.
Hopefully we can do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Self. Let's do it, man. Let's do it, Self.
Yes, sir. And yo, love, bro.
Sending you lots of love.
Yeah,
and positive
man.
energy.
Yo,
I love the frequency,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
very high.
Thank you for being
very
vulnerable
high,
and saying that
bro.
stuff, bro.
You come off as very introvert.
Yeah.
Once you actually,
but you're witty, you're funny.
You
got character.
It took a minute.
Yeah. We're extrovert with
like, bro.
When you're comfortable,
you
it's
show
the glow
that
up.
side.
It's the glow up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Any last words about the album, or anything you want to tell the fans, or you know?
Yeah, man. I think just you know, when it comes to this album, I think.
Sorry, before you answer, what's your favorite song
on the album?
Yeah.
Good question.
I was thinking about that. I was gonna put it out there before even without, if you didn't ask me. But damn. Honestly, I think Venting is probably one of my favorite records because I just feel like it's just such a true story. You know what I mean? From piece to piece, like everything I'm saying. And like that song is me talking about from the first day that I was homeless, and I left my parents' house, and I started off by saying Morningside Shepherd Tim Hortons. That was the first place I spent my night, and then from there, to the end of the verse, and just being like starting from there and getting to where I'm at now, it's just like, you know, I'm grateful, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm beyond grateful. So like, I listened to that song, and because it's so true, it just hits differently for me. You know what I mean? So I'll say Venting will be one, and then if I were to say another song I really like is Highly Favored, another song I really like. The last song on the album.
Wow.
Yeah, those 2 songs for sure.
Beautiful,
Yeah, man,
amazing.
for sure.
Any last words about the album? Go ahead.
I mean, shit, man. Lowerself on the way, or out, and yeah, man. Just try to indulge in the messages in certain songs and the things that we're talking about in certain songs, and hopefully you enjoy it. You know, me and Self definitely trying our best to put our best foot forward and to make it a solid album, and you know, give people like real art. You know what I mean? To try to indulge into and feel. So hopefully people can try and be open to actually feel that.
Yeah, man. Nah, this is good conscious rap music.
Conscious rap, that.
It's crazy.
We're gonna take that
putting
part
in
out.
No, you're good. No, you're good. You know what's crazy?
Man's
I was
putting
talking
in a category already. That's
crazy.
wild.
No, I was talking. I was with one of my homegirls, Data Poet. I don't know if you guys know who Data Poet is. She's a
Sounds
great
familiar.
poet. She's a great poet.
Data Poet.
And then or maybe it was another girl named Jasmine Kiara. She's a great R&B artist too. And a dude was asking us, Jasmine Kiara, and then a dude was like, "Yo, what kind of music do you make? Like, what kind of rap?" And then she was like kind of like mental health rap. And I was like, "Yo,
That's wild.
that is a
Mental health rap?
wild dog. That is a wild dog."
I feel like a lot of rappers don't want to be labeled that too. It's
Nah,
interesting.
That's crazy.
I don't
No,
think
no,
you
not
should.
like
No,
just
no,
even
no, I'm saying
conscious,
that.
even in the conscious category.
No, I'm cool with conscious. Conscious has been around
Yeah.
forever, but the mental health was crazy to me because I was like, you could have said conscious and I would have accepted it. You know what I mean? But I think saying conscious rappers is jokes to me because there's definitely records where I feel like, especially going forward in terms of my like how the music I want to make and music I'm going to make or am making, that I'm willing about to put out. Sometimes it's just not that. So I just feel like I don't ever want someone to be like, yo, why is he making this type of music? Like he's supposed to be.
They want
conscious.
like
You know what I mean? Like,
You don't want to be boxed in.
yeah, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing I think
There's 2 sides.
But you're so real. You know what I
I
mean?
know you have the party side.
yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
you have that. Like, I'm wild. I'm
Yeah,
doing this.
for sure.
But then I have this side.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't just tell me that I'm only that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's what you're saying
Yeah.
either. Don't worry. So I didn't
All
take it
I'm
that
saying
way.
is you don't
Yo,
rap
stop
about nothing.
fucking doing shit like that, bro. You always want to box people
Yo,
just
bro.
because your favorite
I was saying, I know I'm
artist
not
is,
Dirk. I
Yeah.
know I'm not
you know what I'm
Dirk.
saying?
Yo,
Just because you have
yo,
this,
leave Smirk out of this.
yo,
Shout out Dirk, man. Shout out.
Smirk is
Shout out
crazy. The
Dirk.
fact that you're calling him,
The fact you
Smirk,
call a
yo.
grown
you,
man Smirk
yeah,
is
bro. The
crazy.
fact that you're giving a
Yeah,
grown
that's
man
my
like
dog,
that,
bro. I could call him Smirk. You can't call him Smirk. You don't know him like that.
I would
You're not.
never.
You're not in the. You're not in the top percentile, bro. You can't hang.
I don't even listen to his music because of you. And the day I meet Dirk, I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna meet you, and I'm gonna tell you I don't listen to music because of him.
Yo, you're
Not
making.
because I got any hate towards you.
Nah,
I got
yo.
nothing but love, bro.
Yo, Tony, you're making me uncomfortable, bro.
Nah,
No, I'm not
I'm
uncomfortable.
gonna
you
call
see, he's on
security,
my
bro.
side, bro.
I'm gonna call security,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm- my
I hear him
side.
still. I hear him.
Yeah, like what you
You
doing,
called him
bro?
Smirk. That was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That was freaky still.
That's freaky.
That was freaky. Like,
Like,
you said,
what?
yo, my guy Smirk. I'm
Like,
like, that's
guy
crazy.
Smirk, like you know him, like you
Yeah,
grew
bro,
up in
that's
the
the
sandbox.
homie. That's the
together.
big homie.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of those like I
Sandbox
grew up in the
days,
sandbox
Smirk is
days.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? Yeah, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's
Bro, you better be getting a bag off this PR shit
need
that you're
therapy.
running, bro.
I need therapy. That's all. That's
You running bare PR on this guy.
Yo, what was Dirk's last album called? You need
He knows
almost
it.
healed, bro. We're
I'm
almost
almost healed,
Yeah,
you
we're
see what I'm
healed
saying?
now, bro. We're healed.
He's almost healed,
We're
bro.
healed, bro.
Yo, Dirk, pay for your guys' therapy.
Only the
fam.
family. You already know.
Yo, tell Smirk to pay for your therapy.
Yeah,
fam.
bro. Please, bro. Please. I'm trying to be healed like you, bro.
That's crazy.
Come
You
on.
think he's healed?
Yeah.
That's a
Doesn't
different
matter.
conversation.
That's
still.
not. We're doing that. We out of here.